The Canon G1X was released back in 2012 and at the time had the largest sensor in a compact digital camera, which is somewhere between Micro Four Thirds and APS-C sized. Pretty cool for a camera of this age. I ordered the G1X from mpb.com and tested it out on a trip my family and I took to Point Washington, Florida. Right out of the box, I was blown away by the build quality of the camera. It feels solid, but not heavy. I also noticed that it wasn't going to fit in my pocket. More on that later. I like the flip-out screen. I love where the exposure compensation dial is. I love that it has an ND filter, a familiar interface, and image stabilization. Having settled on the Fujifilm GFX 50S Mark II as my go-to camera for photography, and the amazing little DJI Osmo Action 3 as my dedicated video camera, I wanted something that can bridge the gap between the two. So here are my bridge camera must-haves. Makes great photos and preferably even better videos. Since this is a bridge camera and having the 50S Mark II, I'd rather sacrifice photo quality for video quality. Number 2, fits in a pocket. This factor could limit me to a 1-inch size sensor or smaller, but living in Kentucky and having 4 distinct seasons, a jacket pocket is also considerable. 3, has good image stabilization. The Osmo Action 3 has set the bar high for this one, but I have a pretty steady hand, so it shouldn't be too limiting. 4, has a bright lens with a moderate zoom. I don't need much reach, and if it shoots 4K video, I can always crop a little bit. But since this is a bridge camera, a prime lens isn't necessary. And 5, must shoot 24 frames per second video. You'd be surprised how many high-end compact cameras from the last decade don't have 24 frames per second capability. A quality 1080p 24 FPS video will do, but 4K would be nice. On paper, most of these must-have boxes were checked with the G1X. I wanted to see if this old thing would be a good everyday carry camera. Now, all that's left to do is take it on a walk. Well-lit images out of this camera look great, but it struggles in low-light situations. And the video quality is quite poor, and honestly, I'm not sure why I expected more from a camera of this era. So, it's back to the drawing board for me. Do you have any suggestions? If you do, please leave them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and as always, please follow along on Instagram at wooden.frames.